It's me, Brittany, aka 不论你要怎样，我爱妈祖，妈祖爱大家。I love this slogan. It's so beautiful. It shows you how Mazu's love is for everyone, and I think it's absolutely perfect for such a wonderful event such as Dajia Mazu. This is going to be my part 2 video all about the 9-day, 8-night journey through central Taiwan. So I was able to catch Mazu again as she was going to Zhenghua, and then again in Taichung, and then all the way back to when she finally returned to her throne in Dajia. Something that I feel is very noteworthy about the Dajia Mazu pilgrimage is how organized everything is. Everything makes sense, and to me, it's just super duper smart. So one of those first things is as people start off on the pilgrimage and they leave Dajia, from Dajia all the way to Chiayi, it's vegetarian. So everybody is eating vegetarian, which would make sense when you are having a long journey of walking really far. You need to keep your body healthy. You're not going to be able to use the bathroom as commonly as you would in your everyday life. And then after Mazu celebrates her birthday in Chiayi, and they return from Chiayi to Dajia, then you start to see more meat, more animal products given out for free, and also by the walkers, they'll consume that. Another thing that I find incredibly genius is the Dajia Mazu app. Yes, they have an app, and it is used by so many people, not just those who are walking. One thing that I really love is there's a live stream because they have cameras attached to the palanquin. So as Mazu's walking, she's recording what's going on around her. And then also at Zhenlanggong, they had a live stream going, so you can see on the last day, right before Mazu returns home, you can see all the different temples and other acts in the parade as they come by, as they enter Zhenlanggong. You can watch it on the app, which is really great. The app is free. They also have this really cute tracking where you can track Mazu and follow her journey and see exactly where she's at, where she's going, and how long she'll take. This is especially useful when you are waiting for her to get to where you're at. You can see, okay, we've got probably about an hour or even more, because there's so many people that it often takes longer than anticipated. The app is also very useful for anyone walking. It will show you the different locations where they have restrooms, even showers, and other useful things as well. Something else that I saw that is really interesting and just super smart is they have hair cutting stations. So you can get your hair cut, you can find a place to sleep, you can find places to eat, restrooms, showers. Everyone truly is working together in the name of Mazu. As well as you'll see temples and other people on the side of the road giving away free food and snacks. Even at the convenience stores, I saw a nice bag, and inside had ginseng and other goodies to help you along your journey when you follow Mazu. Now, if you don't have the app and you want to figure out where Mazu is, the first thing that you'll see before she arrives is Liang San. Now, this is like a giant umbrella. It's really eye-catching. It's yellow, and it's really tall or high up in the air. So you'll see this first as it is protecting Mazu. In the past, this would serve similar to an umbrella, so it would protect against bad weather or heat. And it even would help against archers trying to shoot their bows and arrows. So it's really cool, and it's exciting to see when it arrives, you know, Matsu isn't far behind. As you're walking, or if you attend Dajia Mazu, you'll see the people who are walking, and they'll be carrying these very ornate items. You'll see they have these yellow papers. They're in different shapes. Some look brand new, some look a little torn and tattered. This is God money. So as the walkers are going along their journey, they can stop at each temple that they pass and receive a special stamp, as well as God money that they can use to weave into their items. It's eye-catching, as well as you know who's walking, and you can shout "Jayo, Jayo," as well as encourage them and ask them questions about where they're going and how far they've been walking, how many trips they've been on. I was really lucky to meet this man. This was his 5th time doing the walk, 9 days, 8 nights. As I talked about in the last video, people will often kneel down in hopes that Matsu will pass over them. And we talked about 2 different reasons. Number 1, in the past, it was to say, thank you, Matsu, thank you for my blessings. Now it's more commonly used to ask Matsu to bless them. And I found a 3rd way that people will kneel down is they believe that it cleanses them and gets rid of all of the filth or bad things that they've done in their life. So it's kind of a way to start fresh, to start new. Matsu is followed by over 200 million people worldwide. As I went to the parade at Zhenlangong, it was really interesting to see even there was a group from Japan who was there to pray to Matsu, and I also heard in the past a group from Africa came as well. People love Matsu because she is virtuous, benevolent, and filled with love. These are 3 adjectives that are often used to describe Matsu. When Matsu finally arrives to Dajia, there will be a flood of people going to Zhenlangong. This is a way to finally welcome her home. But for me, I had to go and see it because they get to keep Matsu all year long. I really wanted to see her return, see the reactions, and see what would happen. As it was my first time going, I thought it was absolutely amazing. It was truly something I've never experienced before. You would see temples coming and greeting Zhenlangong before Matsu arrived. You would see dancers, you would see kids doing amazing things like drumming, dancing, acrobatics. They had dragon dances. They also had parades of people playing musical instruments and doing these very intricate maneuvers. You would also see parades of people playing musical instruments, kind of like a marching band. But for me, the most amazing thing was to see the kids who could dance, perform, drum, sing, all for Matsu. They should be very proud of themselves because it was truly amazing. So when I first arrived at Dajia Mazu, the first night at Zhenlangong, and I saw the fireworks and I heard the firecrackers, I was just amazed, in awe. And as I continued throughout the week, the 9 days, the 8 nights of going when I could, the fireworks never got old. Until the last night. So when I got to Zhenlangong, it was really cool to see the fireworks or the firecrackers. But after a while, it started to get very, very tiring. My eyes stung, my ears hurt, cause the different temples will arrive and they will bring their own fireworks, their own firecrackers. So as you can imagine, it gets very smoky and very loud quickly. One of my favorite parts of Dajia Mazu was going to the different temples and seeing how they would try to keep Matsu there even longer. In the past, this could cause some serious fights, physical violence. This year, Mr. Yan asked everyone, hey, no fighting. I don't want anyone to blame me. So please keep it nice, keep it calm. But I will say I did witness a lot of temples and a lot of places doing things to keep Matsu there longer. Some of those things were giving offerings to Matsu. You'll see fruit, you'll see food, you'll see God money, you'll see all different things like that they will pass on to the people walking the palanquin. You'll see tons of performances. I saw one where it was very special. This man was dancing with incense in a very exotic way. We'll also see other temples introducing their god to Matsu. People will also acknowledge all the donators. So everyone who's donated this year to the temple or donated to make Dajia Mazu a little more special, a little more beautiful, as well as bye-bye. So they will pray with their incense as Matsu is there. I also saw fireworks, and what I loved most was the raining fireworks. So you couldn't pass. You literally couldn't pass, or you would probably burn yourself. So Matsu has to stop, everyone with her has to stop, so you keep her there a little bit longer. I even heard a lady speaking and the microphone suddenly went out. For me, I feel like this was also a trick. Overall, I didn't see anything dangerous, anything threatening. So for me, it was all in good fun. Something else that's really interesting is as Matsu takes her journey around central Taiwan, she usually visits each place one time during the night and one time during the day. I love this because it allows people to celebrate when they can, even if they can't do the entire journey of 9 days and 8 nights. So for example, the first time that I met her in Zhenghua, it was in the middle of the night. And then the next time when I met her again in Zhenghua, it was in the afternoon. So I got to see her in the light of the moon and in the light of the sun. One really funny thing that happened is my husband was quickly taking me to Zhenghua so I can go and meet her again. And he was looking for parking spots. He dropped me off in the car and he said, okay, walk down there, you'll see the temple. So I start running down the street to try to find the temple. And all of a sudden I see one of the umbrellas. Is it Matsu? I see a palanquin. It looks much different than the one that I saw 5 days earlier, but I just decided to follow it. I thought maybe they changed her outfit. Maybe it's like a different dress. I had no idea. I had no one to ask, and I just ran to try to find her. Well, it wasn't her. It was Tudigong. And my husband, he called me and he said, where are you? I'm at the temple, I don't see you. And Matsu's leaving right now. So I was able to meet her in the street, but not at the temple. But it just reminded me of how sometimes these kinds of things can be a little bit tricky for foreigners because it's something we've never experienced before. But you should keep going, you should keep trying, you should keep learning. Now, something that is a little political and potentially controversial is all of the things that I've read about Mr. Yan. Now, I've heard so many things about, things that have gone on in the past or assumptions that people make. For me, every interaction or every time that I saw him during Dajia Mazu was nothing but wonderful. You can tell that he is a very kind person who believes deeply in bringing people together. And for me, I have nothing negative to say. I believe this was one of the most beautiful events I've ever attended, especially in Taiwan. I will definitely be back in the future. I absolutely loved it. For me, I think it's very important that we always remember the virtues of Matsu. And we can't judge people based on what others have said, things that we've read, or things that have happened in the past. The most important is the present moment, what we can do from here, and who we can always be. This is something no matter if you are religious or if there's something that you want to reflect on, if you want to meet other people, if you want to push yourself and do something that you've never done before, I believe Dajia Mazu is something that you definitely must do. 谢谢你们看我的影片. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Bye bye. 再见.